interested in the fact that you're reading Mozart's biography, and I'd love to have such a reverence for artists that operate at that level and your level, how you guys are able to push through self-doubt and break so many rules, how you're able to like play your own music in a room full of people.
So
it's so vulnerable and
hard
terrifying
not to be
and
so
scary.
self-conscious. So good catch. Yeah.
What's a rule that you're excited to break now? You just read Steve Jobs' biography and Mozart's, and you have to disrupt and break rules to reach that level. Is there a rule now that you're excited to break?
It's a great question. I think I'm reading these books and listening to these songs that I feel challenged by, like to find things to disobey. And so I heard this quote that I love so much that speaks a little bit to what you're saying of like pushing through, and like this experience of like sitting here and playing music in front of you guys, which is like very hard not to be like nervous. But the quote, it was like, the most successful person you know has failed more times than you've even tried. I think the sentiment there is so understandable, which is like, that's what we're all afraid of doing, is like failure. Like we're just afraid of like making something and the thing being bad to us, or we share it to somebody else and that person doesn't like it. And it's like, it's just gonna happen. And like a big part of like my journey with making music, and specifically making production, like producing songs, is like in my head, I have a great idea, and then I sit down and I try to make it, and it's not as good as it is in my imagination, and I'm just like, how do I get it to where it needs to be? And you go listen to some Tony Maserati mix of a Beyonce song, and you're like, I'm so bad at this. That's so much better. And you just, that thing, you just don't give up. Like you just keep trying, and you maybe recognize that you may never think that the thing you've made is quite as good as you hoped it would be, but then you give it to other people and it's theirs, and they listen to it in a totally different way. One of the things that's very common in music is like artists, you'll be like, I love that song of yours, and they'll be like, bro, they'll be like, I fucked up the production on that so much, or they'll be like, I thought the mix was so terrible, and you're like, yeah, I'm sure you did, but like I'm here to tell you that it's great, like, or that I think it's great. So that would be my big sort of thing, is like that feeling, that kind of like crawly feeling of like, damn, this isn't, feeling how I want it to, or what if I suck, what if I'm terrible? It's like, it's much, much more embarrassing to never make anything ever again than it is to,
That's deep.
Yes.
Yeah, and very true.
Thanks for the question.